All right. Good morning, everyone.
Good morning.
I want to start this by saying thank you to the youth group for their wonderful job with the service so far, and a thank you to Father Paul and to Corey for all of the support that I've received while making this sermon. I'd also like to say Happy Mother's Day to all of the mothers in the congregation, especially my mother. Oh, there she is. She moved. For raising me so that I can be up here as a member of St. Paul's. For those of you who don't know who I am or are visiting the church, my name is Julian Dahlman. I'm a recently graduated senior from Caddo Magnet High School, and I've been coming here since I was too small to see over this pulpit. I'm involved in this church in the youth group, and I'm also heavily involved with our diocesan summer camp, Camp Hardner, down in Pollock, Louisiana. So, growing up at St. Paul's has given me many opportunities to lead and to volunteer. At the end of my sophomore year, I participated in Happening number 53, which is a youth retreat down at Camp Hardner that's made to change lives. It really helped me make sense of where God wanted me and what His plans were for me. This is the time when myself, as a leader, was going to be really opening up. There are lots of opportunities coming my way to lead. Over the summer, after Happening, I was informed that I would be the commander of 2 teams in my school's Army JROTC department, and that I was going to need to work very hard to maintain good grades as well as lead these 2 teams. I took the challenge head on, and things went all right. I did well with the team, and we won't talk about my grades. I was given another opportunity to staff the next Happening, number 54, later that year. And if you've never staffed Happening, this is just an explanation, but it is extremely difficult. This basically meant that I was going to have to work many long hours, and I was going to have to drive down to Camp Hardner for 2 meetings and 2 overnights before the weekend even occurred. I knew it was a lot to take in, but I felt a call to something more Christian in my life, so I took the chance. Looking back, it was worth all the stress and misery to see the minds of my fellow students forever change. After taking that leadership role in the church, more and more opportunities opened up to me. I staffed Camp Able, which is a 6-day-long camp session for those who are physically or mentally handicapped down at Camp Hardner. I also staffed Jail 2016, which was a weekend retreat for middle school kids all around the diocese. Amongst all of this church involvement, I volunteered again, this time for something a little bit different. In July of 2016, I signed the dotted line and enlisted into the Army as a military police officer. I felt that in seeing all the freedoms that myself and all of us got to take advantage of every day, I had to give back somehow. Needless to say, I had a lot on my plate. So I retracted from almost all involvement with extracurricular activities at school, such as debate, wrestling, and JROTC, so that I could devote more time to the church and to Camp Hardner. In October of last year, I applied and signed on to Happening staff again for Happening number 55 and got the position of lay rector. This is the leader of the weekend, and it was a huge honor to have gotten to take on that role. However, this meant that I was going to have an even heavier workload than the year prior. Once every week until the weekend in January, myself, Father Michael Bordelon, and Haley and Mike Wiley would have meetings with me, and we would plan every detail of the weekend. During this, I also sent off one of my closest friends to Marine Corps boot camp. Luckily, I had a wonderful staff and great spiritual leaders on hand who offered constant support and help with anything inside or outside of the weekend's planning. Overall, the retreat was a huge success. Later on this year, I was confirmed, went on a 6-day mission trip to Haiti, and as of yesterday, graduated high school. The point behind this history lesson of my life is that any time I was offered a chance to do something that would fulfill others or to help perfect my life, I took it. What I've learned through these many ventures with the church has prepared me for life in the real world. There will always be time to rest when the work is done, so in the moment you have to give whatever you are doing your all. My staff positions have shown me to never expect anything in return from the people that you are helping, because 90% of the time, they don't realize what all you've done for them, so they can be in the place that they are. These church experiences have taught me to give without expecting anything in return, and to always give 110%. The involvement also gave me the opportunity to help younger members of the Episcopal Diocese grow spiritually, and in the process, I have grown through their understanding of what they've learned. I've already seen how the leadership I learned as a staff member has translated into taking charge of my actions in the Army. The situational response skills that I've learned have helped me to see how to properly handle situations that could very easily go the wrong way and turn them around in favor of myself and the men and women that are around me. In the end, in any military career, the mission is placed first. But making it home safe and making sure your brothers and sisters make it home safe is paramount. The church has taught me to always place others before myself, and I can only hope to receive that same treatment. Volunteering is what has made me who I am and is what has prepared me for the future. Think of the common statement, the people are the church, not the building. No matter how young or old, tall or short, thick or thin, there is something that God is calling for you to do. The idea of volunteerism may seem pretty tough on the more enjoyable things in life, but going on a mission trip to help those in need will reward your heart and soul 10 times more than going jet skiing in the Caribbean. Not saying the latter isn't super cool, don't get me wrong, but you'll grow much more with the first. The church has helped guide me through the years and shaped me, and the things that I have learned have made me grateful for everything that I do. Now, if there's any sort of wisdom that I could leave with you today, I want it to be a poem by Tecumseh that has made a massive impact on my personal philosophy, and it reads as this. So live your life that the fear of death can never enter your heart. Trouble no one about their religion, respect others in their view, and demand that they respect yours. Love your life, perfect your life, beautify all things in your life. Seek to make your life long and its purpose in the service of your people. Prepare a noble death song for the day when you go over the great divide. Always give a word or sign of salute when meeting or passing a friend, even a stranger in a lonely place. Show respect to all people and grovel to none. When you arise in the morning, give thanks for the food and for the joy of living. If you see no reason for giving thanks, the fault lies only in yourself. Abuse no one and no thing, for abuse turns the wise ones to fools and robs the spirit of its vision. When it comes your time to die, be not like those whose hearts are filled with the fear of death, so that when their time comes, they weep and pray for a little more time to live their lives over again in a different way. Sing your death song and die like a hero going home. Thank you.